we have a special guest, our wicked weatherman, Pete Lavazgil. Pete Lavazgil, hey up, fucking Jeffy! Oh, man, how we doing good?
That was awesome. Thunder and lightning. I love it.
Yeah, it's just for you. All right, I don't even think that's copywritten yet, so. We are just about ready to go here. First of all, before we introduce our first guest, how you guys doing, all right?
Doing great, man.
Doing good. Doing all right?
We're
Guys,
all set up.
we are live. We are streaming live on Ustream. Ustream is live, and you will hear this show again on dtmwickedradio.com on Saturday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
With these two great disco radio Kumbadi!
And Pete, too.
And Pete.
The Wicked Weatherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, iHeartRadio.
Wicked weather.
Blog Talk Radio. Actually, we have a couple of weather issues to discuss later on.
Oh, we do.
We got
Maurice to talk about later
wicked
on.
weather coming up later on.
You're gonna be in the prime show.
It's going to bring out all those wicked birds.
Oh, wicked awesome. And, of course, we're broadcasting live near downtown Salem, Mass. So we are fired up and ready to go with this Halloween season.
Woo.
Yep. You guys wearing costumes this year? Or?
I am actually going to be a skeleton man pirate.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to be a bald DJ. What are you going to do,
you
Jeff?
are bald already.
Oh, man.
I don't want people to know what I am.
All right. Well, we were always guessing. All right, guys, what do you think? Should we introduce our first
wreak
guest?
some havoc in Halloween.
Let's
no
do
one
it.
knows who you are.
Bring him in.
Yeah, bring him in.
All right. Our first guest
Perfect for Halloween.
is an author, a fictional author, the author of Cocaine, Zombies, and Ruler of Demons, Scott Lerner.
Okay.
Scott Lerner, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you?
We
Can you hear me
expected
now?
more. We're sorry.
Well, let's do it again one more time. Scott Lerner, welcome to the show. All right.
Thank
How
you.
are
Glad to be here.
All right, we're glad to have you. Scott, tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, what you do and who you are and where you can be reached.
Keep the excitement down, though.
Well, I'm a lawyer and I'm in Champaign, Illinois, but I'm also an author, and you can find both those books, Cocaine Zombies and Ruler of Demons. Both are available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I've got a blog. If you Google Scott Lerner and Camel Press, you should come to the blog, and that's where you can find me.
Cool.
All right, we have a lot of questions for you about your books.
You're perfect for Halloween.
Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Cocaine zombies. Everybody needs one of those.
There's a lot of a lot of zombies, but tell us a little bit about the book. Give us a couple of tidbits of info here on this book. Make us want to go out and buy it.
All right, well, I'll tell you about Cocaine Zombies first, because that was the first book I wrote. And the books are part of a series, so they both involve some of the same characters. But Cocaine Zombies is about a voodoo priestess or a voodoo spirit who, with the help of an evil pharmaceutical company, creates a synthetic form of cocaine. And the result is that people who use it tend to be addicted to it and do whatever they're told to do.
Okay.
And so it's got a bit of the whole voodoo and supernatural thing going there, and it takes you in Champaign and Illinois and Chicago and some other exciting places. And then Ruler of Demons, which is the second book.
Yeah.
That involves some human sacrifice where people are murdering nuns to try and bring about the end of the world. And that book takes you from Chicago to New York to Jerusalem to Paris and all over the world. And they plot to try and destroy the world. And our main characters there are trying to save the world. And that book involves a little more of some religious aspects, some demons, some dark magic.
Nice.
Ooh, I like dark magic.
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
We're from Salem. We love dark magic.
Bring it on.
Well, I've got a book that's not set to come out for another year. It's supposed to come out next Halloween about witches.
Witches, yeah.
That's going to be called The Wicca Witch of the Midwest.
Midwest.
And that deals with its own type of Salem witch trial.
Right.
So that's good for Salem.
Oh, it's great for Salem. Did you what did you research the history on? I mean, I realize you write fictional books, but now generally fictional books are based on some factual facts, right? I mean, that's did you research the witchcraft trials at all or anything like that?
I did, because I wanted to talk a little bit in the book about what evidence they were allowed to use during the witch trials. And so I went into that quite a bit. Also, I talked about a couple characters within the witch trials.
Right. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what characters you tell us about the book a little bit.
That book, again, all these books mostly take place in central Illinois. In part, it's just easier because I live here, so write about what you know. But it also does talk a little bit. It's about a community of witches that live among the Amish. They have a village in sort of an Amish neighborhood in order to be left alone. And one of their members is accused of the only crime that they would kill a person for.
Right.
So it's about witches actually willing to burn another witch. And what the crime is, it's growing a plant that needs to be fed human blood. And
you guys a shout out on Facebook so people know you're live.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of specific characters from the Salem witch trials, although Cotton Mather appears in quite a number of dreams.
Very interesting. You know, I do I do tours in ghost hunting tours in downtown Salem, Mass. And I, touch base a little bit on the historical facts and things like that. Of course, everybody realizes, Salem's huge right now, right? It's the Halloween capital of the world, so this is the season. 'Tis the season.
Yeah, it is. Every freak in the world's here.
Yeah, by the way, if you got a busload, come on down and check me out, witchcityghost.com. I'll take care of you and give you a nice ghost hunting tour.
When you're ready to relax, angelsguide.org.
Not every freak's there. I'm still here.
So tell us a little bit about what got you into writing. What made you decide to start writing a book? You said you were a lawyer, right?
Yeah, well, being a lawyer is kind of boring. And I've seen enough. I've seen enough bad horror movies where I thought to myself, I could write something better than that.
Yeah, true.
So that's what got me into it.
Yeah.
I'd like to think
Oh, yeah. Can we hunt zombies?
like what's her face when she took the stop sign? When she took the stop sign and she was sticking it and like using the sharp edge of it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of that,
How about The Walking Dead?
what
watched
happened to The Walking Dead?
Don't tell me because I haven't seen it yet.
I don't think it was good for the little one.
The Chinese guy?
Yeah. Scott, you watch The Walking Dead?
I don't. My son watched the first couple seasons and got tired of it, but I never got into it. I've seen it before, but I'm just not a huge fan.
Hey, Scott, how about American Horror Show? You watch that?
Oh, that's a great
show. I do like that one.
Freak Show. I love
it.
Can't wait to wait.
It's always different.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's always different.
Beast is dead now. They dropped him off and they killed him in the jail cell.
Spoiler alert.
Seen it yet.
Didn't they kill a clown? He's up to 6 kills.
Clowns. Clowns suck.
I hate clowns.
Yeah.
I had to kill a clown in my tour the other night. I do my thing like, hey, welcome to Salem, Mark Legere, I'm paranormal investigator, right? So they're all looking at me. I'm showing my equipment, and then meanwhile, this sick clown is like behind the crowd, like scaring everybody. I said, you know what the scariest thing you're gonna see tonight? To turn around. And they all do, ah, it's like just scary. Everybody's afraid of clowns.
Nobody
A lot of
likes
people.
clowns.
No, clowns are just bad.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out how everybody knows he's Twisty the Clown, because I don't remember them ever saying his name on the show. But I look on the internet, and they're all referring to him as Twisty.
Twisty?
Maybe I missed something. Twisty.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
I wish you would be a copy. I would have checked that book out. You still can. For future reading.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a very interesting book. Actually.
It does. I'd love to read it.
Yeah.
You can send us a copy, and we'll send it out there. To people.
Yeah, put it out.
It's downtown Salem.
Cool.
Yeah, it'd be great.
So how's the weather out there in Illinois? Is he in Illinois?
This is Pete, my wicked weather guy.
Champaign,
Illinois. You guys cold out there?
Why am I scratching my head on the video?
Yeah, it's a bit chilly, and it's got that sort of cold, wet Halloween weather.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. A little bit of trivia. Illinois is the #1 producer of pumpkins in the world, or in the States anyway.
Oh, really? How
Yep.
is your pumpkin, your biggest pumpkin? What do we have? Our pumpkin here was what? Like,
274 pounds?
I was going to say 1,000, but I guess.
No, 700 pounds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like 700, 800.
700 or something like
That's
that?
the top
Are we
field
live
here.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're back.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Well,
fault. They hit the button.
Yeah.
I would love to go down there sometime. What's exciting? What's fun to do down there in Illinois? No, not the pumpkin.
The Great Pumpkin Patch.
Well, you know what they have out in Illinois?
What do they
They
have?
have Hell's Night out in Chicago, or is that Detroit?
What's that?
Where they
I think every night
people go
Hell's
out
Night
there
in
and they
Detroit.
do
Salem, Mass.
things that you're not supposed to do.
Well, you see people in Salem right now. It's funny. The closer we get to Halloween, all of a sudden, right now we have hundreds of people walking around, kind of in a drunken stupor in costume. Come Halloween, it's gonna be thousands of people. Everywhere, wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder, just walking around in like a drunken stupor. It's kind of funny to see though. It's just, yeah, they're all we can walk right there from here. But
That's right.
yeah, I try to do my tours on those nights. And It's unbelievable. Yeah,
cool.
you got to come out. You're gonna come out.
All right, I'm gonna come up. We're gonna do it.
Actually, we can do
When
a
is
live thing.
Halloween? It's next Friday,
It's
isn't
on
it?
Friday night, 2 weeks. 1 week from next Friday. 2 weeks.
I
from
might
next
go with
Friday.
you and do your tour.
I got no plans on Friday.
Try it.
Yeah,
All right.
Halloween.
Only night?
Yeah,
Oh, you got to come down to Salem,
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
Boy, it's kind of fun down here, huh?
Yeah.
All year round.
I would love to. I'd love to go to Salem. I've never been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you
I
guys
hear
are
you.
mistaken Chicago with the Purge.
Yeah.
The
I
Purge.
don't think we're the movie The Purge. I don't think we're killing people on the streets in this state.
Not yet, anyways, right?
No. Wait till winter.
Although I hear Chicago's pretty wild on the weekends. I'm always hearing on Twitter that people are getting shot, which is pretty crazy.
In Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that in Boston, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody's crazy. Like crazy. Crazy.
Well, if you read Cocaine Zombies, you'll find out that in Chicago they also have voodoo rituals in certain buildings.
Why cocaine? Why did you choose cocaine? I just wonder. I'm not into it, believe me, but why not like heroin zombies or reefer zombies or something like that?
It's been 20
Reefer
minutes
would be
since
mellow,
we did
right?
it, so.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well,
I'm not
I thought number one, I thought it sort of had more of a pulp fiction sort of feel to it. But number two, heroin does sort of make you into a zombie. Cocaine's a little different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cocaine picks you up more.
Right, and that was sort of the idea behind this too, is the idea that you could create a workforce.
Right.
And it makes a lot more sense for people to be a little up and using cocaine and working harder than using heroin and mellowing out.
I don't know if I'd hire a zombie on cocaine, though.
No, you can't trust them.
Well, I might. You never know.
They grind their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're nervous.
Better
It's
to
not
go
good.
get your coffee.
It's hard enough to kill a zombie.
Freaking zombie, you screwed it up again.
Isn't it hard enough to kill a zombie and now have a zombie on cocaine? We're
Well,
creepy
you
and
guys
we're
are
probably we're zombies on cocaine. You
That sounds
can't
great.
kill us.
I'm definitely gonna check the book out. It sounds really good, Scott.
You'd have to have a nickname though.
What?
You know, I wouldn't want, hey, zombie on cocaine, go get me coffee. He needs a nickname.
Speedy. Rattles, bones.
ZC.
No. What's
ZC.
Oh,
zombie
ZC?
on cocaine.
Oh,
ZOC.
God.
Zoc.
Man.
Zemi.
You know, Mom was right about you. You are special.
You guys are both special.
Oh, yeah. Special. Oh,
I'd have a
boy.
whole crew of zombies on cocaine.
Scott, doesn't he talk funny a little bit? Yeah. Has that Boston accent going on.
Could talk like this.
I'm gonna go park the car.
I will park the car in Harvard Yard.
How's that better?
Scott, what are you working on in the future? Anything coming up in the future? I mean, besides the, you were thinking of doing like, I don't know, videos or?
Yes,
Well, I'm supposed to.
yes,
radio,
Scott. What are your
radio.
future plans?
I'm supposed to have another book coming out in June about it. It's part of the same series about a fraternity sacrificing people to Egyptian gods.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, fraternities do stuff like that all the time. I figure it's believable.
Where do you come up with the ideas for all this stuff, man? It's always fascinating to me how an author would keep on coming up with these new ideas, these fresh ideas. And where do you come up with these? And how do you do it? Oh God, you guys okay? All right.
Yeah, I got no idea. I know that's not a great answer.
Yeah.
Hello?
Scott, do you have a website?
Sorry, you guys are going in and out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I've got a blog. I'm just trying to pull it up right now so I can remember the website for it. It's scottlerner.camelpress.com. So www.scottlerner.camelpress.com. And it talks about other stuff. It's not really about my book so much.
Right.
For instance, the last thing I wrote was a blog about DC versus Marvel, and then I have some movie reviews in there, some different stuff.
Awesome. And people can find your books where?
Amazon is probably the easiest place. Barnes and Noble. It's probably easier to find online than anywhere else. It's published by Camel Press, so you could certainly find it on their website.
And Scott, how much do your books?
Can you give a price? Okay.
Well, I could tell you, I don't even know at the moment, but I could go on Amazon. I know, on Kindle they're pretty cheap. Less than $5 on Kindle, and they're probably about $10 for a hard copy, or not a hard copy, but a paperback.
Awesome.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually going to go.
What are you going to be for Halloween, Scott?
What are you doing for
Well, hold on. I just pulled it up on Amazon now, and it looks like Kindle's $4.95. And at the moment, apparently, you can get the Cocaine Zombies for $2.22 as a trade paperback, and Ruler of Demons looks like it's $12.56 for a paperback and $4.95 for Kindle.
Cool.
That's it, $2.22.
Yeah.
I just ordered one, worth every penny.
Yeah, that's cheap.
But Halloween, I've been thinking of going as a scary rabbit.
Oh, really? Scary Rabbit? Like Roger Rabbit? No, he wasn't.
Wait, Danny came out with a book about rabbits.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Not scary
yeah.
rabbits, though.
Yeah. DTM Wicked Radio, Denny, not the Dirty Rabbit.
A director.
Not the Dirty Rabbit.
He's a rabbit.
Something rabbit.
Rasky Rabbit. No,
Funny on cocaine?
I'm sorry, Danny. We're definitely going to plug you. I'm just going to look that up.
Yeah.
Quick, pull it up on Facebook. Scott, you on Facebook?
Yeah. You can find me on Facebook. Just put on Facebook and Scott Lerner author. Hopefully it'll come up.
Okay.
I was going to go as Ebola, but my wife told me that was not very tasteful.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen Ebola costumes in Salem. They walk around with like surgical masks and
Then
rubber
she'd have
gloves.
to tell everyone that
Blood
she had
coming out.
Ebola.
It's Billy Rabbit's Halloween adventure.
Billy Rabbit.
Billy Rabbit.
Denny
By our
Gager.
director.
Denny Gager.
Billy Rabbit.
Yeah.
DTM.
Yeah.
Denny
You
Ross.
West
Pretty
Green
soon he won't
Rabbit.
need us.
Denny
He'll be
Ross.
hitting the big
All
time.
right, he's already kicking us to the curb. He says you want
Yeah.
Tuesday night, you produce your own show. What's up
Yeah.
with that?
Wow.
It's all right.
Throwing
We
us
love
out.
Danny.
We love Denny.
Danny, I'm kidding. I love you.
We love
All
you.
right, wait a minute. I got to put my glasses on so I can see you. There you are.
We
Somewhere.
love you, Denny.
All right. All right, Scott. So, hey, you have anything else to add? We're just about out of time. We're going to go to a break in a couple of minutes. What do you want?
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Go ahead.
well, I can find Facebook is under Facebook Scott A. Lerner author, and can't think of much else. But it's been fun meeting with you guys and hearing all those accents.
Scott
Yeah, you too.
Lerner, thank you very much. The author of Cocaine Zombies and Ruler of the Demons. Check him out. And Scott, thank you so much for being on Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff and Pete.
Thanks, Scott. Have a wild winter, buddy.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. Scott Lerner, folks.
Great guest.
We'll be right back after this. back to Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff. Woo! Scott Lerner, author of The Cocaine Zombies. Woo! He was something else, huh?
Yeah, he was
awesome, man.
something else.
Something else. Now, wait a minute. Right now we have Pete Lavasco with us, our wicked weatherman. Pete, come on down.
Big week, Pete.
Big week, guys. Big week.
Crazy weather stuff going on,
Yeah,
right?
Crazy weather stuff. Got the Halloween ones that happens going on downtown Salem. People want to know what the weather's going to be like. We got a nor'easter. It's going to be forming off our coastline. And right now, at this point, it's not looking like a big deal. However, these things do bring surprises.
Right.
Rain, wind, coastal flooding. And I think Cape Ann, Beverly area, Salem area, up to Gloucester could see anywhere from 2 to maybe 3.5 inches of rainfall, especially Wednesday night, guys, into Thursday.
Nice.
And I think it slowly improves by later Friday as we just get a few showers and a drizzle. Temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s. And winds could become a concern here on Cape Ann, especially Gloucester, Rockport area where I'm at. And it could spill in over to Beverly, Salem, Seacoast area. Gusts could approach 30 knots. Nothing like we've seen before, guys. We see that every day, right? So It's not looking like a mean nor'easter. But if you're going up north to New England, up in northern Maine, up there they could gust 40 to 50, and they could have 6 to 7 inches of rainfall up there. So we're be happy that the axis of the heaviest precip is staying to the north instead of to the south.
Yeah, so 6 to 7 up there and 2 to 3 inches here.
Yeah, and if
Jeff, you can measure that with your unit.
and if the track does change, then all that heavy wind and rain will slide a little south. So we're going to keep an eye on that, latest computer models, and see if we get any more thunder and lightning crashing in throughout the night, Wednesday night and Thursday as well. So
What's a knot equal?
what's a knock equal?
Nautical knot.
Not.
Oh, not.
Not.
That's what they use.
That's my weather question.
That's what they use on the marine, the waters, marine. So like if we're getting 10 miles per hour on land, 10 miles per hour on the ocean is considered 20 knots. Because the way the boats move out in the water.
Double. Yeah.
So it doubles out in the ocean.
Reminds me of the time we used to go deep sea fishing with our father.
Yeah, he would bring it like in October during one of the day like today.
So it was like 30-foot waves, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's green except for me, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Sneaking beers, I'm in like 18
So
or whatever.
if you guys are seeing a gust
Sorry,
on
Mom,
land
kidding.
to 30.
Those were the longest days of my life.
Yeah. So say you guys are outside, it's gusting to 30 here in Beverly.
Yeah.
Out over the water, it's probably gusting to 40. So
Yeah,
like
that'd be about a
an
day
hour
we
more.
would go. Yeah. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like every time he brought us out there, it was like the frickin' perfect storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed the perfect storm. That was a really good storm.
Yeah,
I got stuck on the back shore in that thing.
He would bring us out on a frickin' boat during that.
Oh, Jesus.
I saw actually I was in Magnolia at the time of that perfect storm, and I saw a house get ripped into the ocean.
Oh, yeah.
These swirling, it was unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
like in this little harbor, right?
Yeah.
And these mountainous waves
Yeah, they were huge.
coming in,
40,
and
50
one at a
feet.
time just coming in, ripping this house out, and it just finally ripped it right out, and they rebuilt it.
They were about
That's
40.
that was
Those waves
unbelievable.
had to be 40 to 50 feet, guys.
The ocean
Oh,
is,
yeah.
The ocean's
Yeah.
frickin' powerful.
It
Yeah,
wiped
oh,
out,
yeah.
It wiped
There's
out
no taming it.
Atlantic Road got washed away from the perfect storm. And the funny
Yeah.
thing is, it was sunny and it was clear, but then by 7 p.m. it got cloudy and real windy.
Yeah.
But we didn't get much rain with that. We got all wind and
All
waves.
wind. All wind in the ocean. I remember the ocean being really crazy
That
like that.
swallowed a lot of our homes away.
Oh, yeah.
That was a sad day, Scott.
Oh, Saturday.
Zombie apocalypse.
Oh,
He's
God,
gone.
Yeah, but
Where's he going?
what's,
Oh,
Is he still here?
There's your caller right
No,
there.
it's our next caller, though, so
look that
All right.
pretty much good to go.
Sharon
Should we bring her in?
Yeah,
Oh,
bring her in.
Oh,
All right.
he's going dim again.
So we're going dim in the camera over there.
Here we go.
All right, so we are just about ready for our next guest. Let's introduce her to you. She is an energy shifter and a vibrational house cleaner. Welcome to Everything Paranormal, Sharon Sinclair.
Hello, how are you today?
Great, Sharon. How are you?
I'm great.
Wait, are you like the woman from Poltergeist since the house is clean?
Oh, like that laugh.
You like that? I like that.
Wow.
I like you.
Are we close?
I like you. I'll kill you last.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope so.
He's a skinny, bald guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're actually simulcasting on Ustream right now. So, Sharon Sinclair, please tell our listeners about yourself.
Well, gosh, where do I begin?
Website.
I have a long
Yeah.
history in working with energy and spirit, and I guess about 30 years ago, I started doing energy clearing professionally.
Yeah.
Before that, I just did it for friends and family, and it was kind of more of a hobby. But I grew up in a family of, I guess you might consider them kind of witches. You know, my grandmother was an herbalist, and I learned a lot of clearing techniques when I was a young girl. And then I just decided to try to do it as a profession.
Uh-huh.
Sharon, do you have a website?
Yes, I have a website called energy-shifter.com. And I have a lot of information on there about all kinds of different energies, whether they're predecessor energy or ghosts or spirits or tree or nature spirits or earth energies, or, you know, there's a lot of different things that can wreak havoc in a home.
So
Okay.
Sharon, do you know anything as far as demonology goes?
I don't really know much about demonology. If I was to encounter that, then I would call somebody that I know who specializes more in that.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Do you keep busy around home, clearing homes and helping people out?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I probably do about, 5 to 10 clearings a month, which I guess in my business is pretty good since I'm in a smaller town of Portland, Oregon, and I do clearings long distance for people.
Oh, wow.
And lately I've been doing a lot of work with real estate agents.
Oh, really?
Clearing the ghost out of house?
Before they rent it or sell it, or before they sell it out, or
Well, sometimes the houses are empty and because they're selling them for someone, but a lot of times the homes are, it's a client's home and something's going wrong in it, or it just isn't selling.
Right.
And we've also done some clearings. One of our most interesting was a 100-year-old orphanage.
Right.
So that was a very interesting clearing because of the fact that it had a lot of intense energy in it and 4 or 5 different ghosts.
Oh, what do you mean? Can you tell us about it? Are you allowed to discuss the case?
Oh yeah, as long as I don't talk about the client's name, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Tell us about it. I want to get a feel for what you do.
I got a call about this particular project because the developer was going to tear down the building, but he'd had quite a few weird encounters in the building. Some of the people that were working with him that were doing the demolition work were having encounters with things being moved and hearing noises and people talking in stairwells.
Oh, that's cool.
So he called us because one of the things he wanted to do is to be able to give away a lot of the stuff within the building to a Habitat for Humanity. And he wanted to make sure that the energy that he passed on to them was clear.
Yeah.
And that the whole space was clear because he wanted to make sure when he was building that there wasn't any residual predecessor energy from that building. And since it had been there for such a long time and everybody in the neighborhood, knew about the building, there were a lot of encounters.
Yeah, ghost squatters.
You get ghost squatters. When you get an empty place, you get all of a sudden spirits will come and they'll just kind of squat in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like they're squatters.
We talked about that last week, right?
Yeah.
Squatters that go, just like people when they were alive.
It's like this place.
Yeah.
This place was vacant for 10 years before I got
Squatters,
in here.
yeah.
It was filled with squatters.
Yeah. And some of them were people.
I think it grows in the squatters.
Sharon, yeah.
Listening to your story, I kind of do the same thing as you. Like, I do a lot of work with energy, and I can do it remotely. And
have you seen Jeb's website?
Oh, Angels Guys.
I haven't. I've seen your radio website, but I haven't seen the other website.
Okay. Yeah. Because I kind of do that too. I know what you're saying. Where everything is energy. Energy never dies. So as something comes to you, it portrays an energy. So I mean, it's a lot of times I'll get like a snapshot or a little motion picture of what it is.
Yeah.
And but it's just energy. And for a long time I blocked it too, and I didn't do it.
I'm in that stage. I block it. I'm in denial.
Hey, Sharon.
Yes.
This is Peter, Wicked Weatherman. I got a question for you. What exactly is vibrational house cleaning? Do you sage the house? How do you go ahead with cleaning the house?
Well, when I first started, I did use sage, but now I've developed techniques that work better for me. So I found over the years one of the best ways to really clear up really thick, heavy energy is to use Epsom salt and alcohol in a pot, and you light it on fire, and you walk through the house with it, and it will really help to burn out and absorb all of the really intense bad energy. So I always start with that if I'm in a home. Well, first of all, I always go into the home and sense and feel what's going on first. But if we have a home that's really heavy, then I always use fire first. And I use sound a lot. So I have crystal bowls.
Yeah.
And I have different tones of crystal bowls, and I really use those so that you can, I found if you use the bowls and play them counterclockwise, it helps to clear energy, and if you bring it in clockwise, it helps to raise the vibration of the place.
Wow.
And then, of course, if we have spirits or something in the house, then we have to communicate with them about what do they need to move on.
Right.
And we've had some interesting things over the years, from a guy who had lived in a house and wanted to have a spaghetti dinner and a string of pearls played.
Now, I have a question for you. Can it be reversed, that you can actually be not cleaning it, but reversing by, I would say, upsetting them and causing more craziness going on in the house?
That's what I think sage does sometimes.
Well, I think the only way that happens is if there's a vortex in the house.
Well, the more, to Jeff's point, I mean, the more
If
negative.
you have a house that has a vortex in it, then you can have spirits coming and going.
Right.
But a really great.
Ouija board in Salem. A lot of people playing with Ouija boards.
Well, spirits coming and going. A lot of times, even on the tours they do here in Salem, which cityGhost.com, they say how many spirits are with us, and I've got the ghost box going. Are you familiar with the ghost box there?
They probably don't want me to clear those ghosts because they make money off of them.
Yeah, well, no, actually, I do, but it's more like I honestly teach people how to do a paranormal investigation in the right way, with more more respectful and nothing like the TV shows. But make
we don't
pay for that equipment.
I agree. We don't do anything like the TV shows either. But I've had a few paranormal investigation teams come in and work with us.
Yeah.
But for the most part, whatever my client tells me, I tend to believe until I get there. And I oftentimes do some kind of divination, whether it's tarot cards or dowsing before I go, to see kind of what I'm going to be encountering. And then when we get there, it's pretty spooky how correct you are when you have done a divination and you go and talk to people. I did a clearing the other day where I kept getting information about somebody who was mentally not stable, and a lot of information about trees and angels that were talking about family planning and earth energy. And lo and behold, the people bought the house from a couple whose wife was schizophrenic.
Oh, wow.
Well, hold on, Sharon Sinclair.
Have a caller.
If anybody has a question, give us a call at 713-955-0384. Do we have a call right now?
Yes, hello?
Going once?
Hello? Hello, is this Everything Paranormal?
Hello.
Yes,
All
I
right.
have a question.
It's live. Who is it?
Do you have a question for Sharon?
Oh, we actually get a person calling?
No, maybe not. All right.
Okay.
Sharon,
Are you
forget it.
talking to me?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Who's that?
I'm talking to you. Who are you? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to
Oh
me?
my goodness! I didn't know I was on.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Well, you're live.
Oh,
Yeah,
great!
we brought you in live.
Hey, all right. Who we talking
I was
to?
just listening to the show. I mean, it sounded really interesting.
All right.
You know
All
what?
right.
I've had paranormal experiences in the house that I'm in now. When I was 16, I've been in this house for 32 years, and when I was 16, I woke up one night and found a priest in the corner of my bedroom looking at me. And when I came downstairs the next morning, I asked my mother if a priest lived in the house, and she said, yeah, a priest died in this house.
Oh, wow.
I've never seen him since then.
Wow. Well, it's not like you're gonna see it all the time.
No.
But,
Has anything
I mean,
else happened, though?
You just saw the holy grail of ghost investigations.
Yeah, priest.
But I'm 50.
Just like maybe
I
I was
haven't
on.
seen him since then, though. Where is he?
What's your
Well,
name?
perhaps he moved on.
Maybe
Wait a
he,
minute. Let me ask you a question. How long has it been since you saw him?
That was 34 years ago. I was
34 years.
Maybe
Well, there
all
goes.
he needed to do was be recognized, and once you saw him, he passed on. You know, he left.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Regina. I'm calling from Detroit.
All right.
Okay, now I work at I work in the medical field, and at the hospital I'm at, it used to be a Catholic hospital, and there are nuns that are in that hospital that have passed on. I've caught them out the corner of my eye a couple of times, and I've only caught them head on once in the past 12 years. How do I get them to understand that they're gone and they need to move on?
Tell him.
Sharon, you answer that?
All you gotta do is tell him.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually,
I
Sharon,
would always
yeah.
say try to communicate with them just like they were alive. Just ask, who are you? How can I help you? Because I find a lot of times that if they're still there, they need some help to cross over. Maybe something is unfinished.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Wow, nuns?
Well, sure. I mean, they're people.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I had a good teacher once that said if you're an asshole while you're alive, you're probably an asshole when you're dead.
Yeah.
That's definitely our theory.
Yeah.
It's like most
You don't suddenly change personality because you died.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to try it the next time I work the midnight shift. If I see them or feel them.
You can just say, I can see you. How is there anything I can help you with?
And where?
Well, you know what? It was really strange because they didn't look like they saw me or understood that I could see them. But one time I did see them, it didn't seem like they knew I was there.
So that sounds residual to me. That doesn't sound.
Yeah, well, you know, there is
like
another
intelligent
type of
spirit.
energy that you could experience that isn't a ghost, but it's called an etheric pattern. So if somebody was in that hospital and let's say for 30 years they went, on the same route every day and then they passed away, their energy can be there as if it was like on a videotape.
Let me just.
But
can
it's
I
not
say
really a spirit. It's actually just their residual energy.
That's what I was going to ask when he had mentioned. You had said that you saw a priest. My first thought was maybe it was residual. That's why I was asking.
It's definitely residual.
Has it been a year since? Well, it was, but then it was only. What's weird? It was only that one
how
time.
many times have you seen that? She
A
just happened to
residual?
be at the exact right place at the exact right time.
Yeah.
No, he knew I was there. It's
was
like
looking
he
at
was
you.
trying to say something to me, and I just got scared.
So in that case, it was he wanted to be known that he was there, and once you acknowledged him, he went on.
Yeah. I think Jeff's right.
And I would like
that makes sense, guys.
I can actually see that and happening. I see, like you looking
and
at
I
that.
would like to. God.
Go ahead.
Oh, a moment.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a question about what was going on in your life at the time that you saw him.
Well, you know what? I was 16 years old. I was being bullied in high school. I was putting myself under a lot of pressure with
so perhaps he showed us to let you know that there was someone that knew what you were going through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, just to let you know, kind of like almost an angel.
Yeah, like I'm okay. And, it could be, too, that if you connect with him, he could be a guardian angel for you.
Amen.
Wow.
I got saved by an angel, Did I ever tell you that story?
I did too.
You got saved by an angel?
I did.
I did too.
I was scuba diving in Gloucester.
Yeah.
During I went in and it was
storm.
It was just raining out. I was with another guy from Gloucester.
Right.
And we were getting lobsters, so we went down.
Yeah.
And I ran out of air because I was going after a lobster, and I was like, oh shit, I'm out of air.
Yep. Yeah.
So I had to go up to the top. It was a full-blown thunder and lightning storm.
Oh, no.
I had a big freaking aluminum tank on my back, so I'm swimming in, and the waves are crashing me into the rocks. Yeah. And by this point, I was exhausted. I got pushed right into the rocks one more time, and some guy was on the freaking rocks that were like so slippery, they were all moss.
Right.
Grabbed me by the hand, freaking pulled me up. I took my mask off, I turned around, he was gone.
Well,
I could never explain this.
Come on.
I could
there
never
really are
explain
angels.
this.
There really are. I swear.
Because I even looked at these rocks that he pulled me up on, and it was a down slope, and they were all freaking moss. Nobody could walk on them. I had to freaking get pulled out and up to where the moss stopped.
Yeah, you were saved by an angel.
And you never saw his face?
No, and then I took my mask off, I turned around, and there's no way he could have walked away that fast.
Right. Wow.
It's like,
right.
For years, that's gone through my mind. The only thing I can think of is someone came to save me because it's
I think it is. I mean, I think a lot of people have encounters like that.
It's not your time. It's not your time. They'll be there to, keep your life going on. You're not supposed to go. That's why there's angels. I mean, I had a ruptured spleen when I was 19. I was supposed to be dead. I was in the hospital for 4 weeks.
Really?
The spleen bled out.
That's why they call them miracles.
And
a
nurse came in at 2:00 in the morning, put her hand on my chest, said, you're gonna be just fine, Peter. And then the next day before I was supposed to go for surgery, they did a CAT scan, an MRI, and they couldn't believe it, that it was a miracle that
no
spleen
shit,
healed
really?
all on its own. Yeah, it was a total angel.
Wow, definitely.
She had red hair. She was beautiful.
And you remember her like?
I remember it.
That's like that guy. I remember.
Oh, my angel would have red hair too.
He had like a black long coat on.
Yeah.
And he had like a hat. I just freaking remember him perfectly.
You sound like you're describing the Grim Reaper.
Yeah. If that's whose side I'm on, I got saved. I don't know.
I didn't know that. Sorry about the mic joint. There we go. Okay.
Well, thanks, Regina, for calling in.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
Anything else?
Bye.
Bye. Take care. All right. Cool. A caller.
Wait, he deserves like a round of applause or something.
It's a
like
she.
that.
It was a she.
And that's what I said.
All right. He said he.
No.
Thank you, Regina. That was really
That
nice.
was awesome.
That was awesome.
All right.
What do you think of that, Karen?
What?
What do you think of that?
Jeff just walked off. It's all right. All right, we're all better now.
Yep.
Sharon, so what are you working on now? What's new and exciting for you?
Well, I'm getting ready to start shooting some video for YouTube to teach people how to do clearings.
Oh, good.
And
wow.
I've written several books on vibrational house clearing.
Yeah.
So they're downloadable on Amazon. And I have a couple of clearings coming up that are long distance. I work with a real estate agent who's in Costa Rica, and I'm working on a house with her.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that one will come out yet because I haven't done it, but we have always pretty amazing things that happen. You go into someone's home and do that kind of work. It becomes very, very personal, and a lot of times people become very emotional when things come up for them that they know to be true.
Yeah.
Have you ever done energy healing through yourself? You must have to do that remotely.
Well, don't you do that first?
I have a pretty particular Buddhist practice that I do, and I do a lot of energy healing where you clear your aura and open the chakras. And I actually have a book called Hands-On Healing that teaches you how to do that process for yourself.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean, I've done distance healing, and we've done a lot of work with people over the years where people come and we've worked with a lot of cancer patients to do hands-on healing.
Nice.
That's great. How do people find your book, Sharon?
Well, I guess pretty good. I mean, I'm selling all over the world, but, you know.
I don't mean that. I mean, how do they...
Where can they get it?
Well, how can they buy your book?
Oh, how do they find it? Oh, you could go onto my website, and it's listed under products, or you can just go into Amazon Books and type in Sharon Sinclair, and you will find all of my books.
All right.
Nice.
Very cool.
See, that's how you have to sell them. You have to tell people where to go.
That's why you're here. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Jeff pushes his website every 10 minutes.
Which one? AngelsGuide.org?
Oh, that's no good.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is energy-shifter.com.
Yeah. See that?
There you go.
Push
there
it.
you go. Good for you.
Now, when I do energy work, what I do is, so it works in my mind, is I'll turn it into a color.
Right.
And the different frequency, it's kind of like changing. It's like changing the a radio station. It's like different frequencies do different things.
Sure. I mean, I think color, just like sound has vibration, so does color.
Oh yeah.
And of course, because all of our chakras have different colors, if you're working on a particular chakra, then you can work on, orange if you're on the second chakra and green if you're on the heart chakra.
Yeah.
All of that works great.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that there's many modalities of energy healing, whether it's Reiki or energy medicine or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's all just energy. So I don't know that you have to have a particular style that you do. I think that you blend a lot of styles after you've learned that energy is energy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like whatever style is going to work for you is what you do. Like me, I project kind of like a fire hose coming out of me of just that color, and I'll spread it around the room.
Right.
And I just kind of I just picture myself just moving back and forth and then just spreading that whole energy all around the whole room.
Like a fire
yes,
hose?
I have a.
Like a fire hose.
I have a good fire hose. Why not? I will make it powerful.
My high school nickname, Fire Hose Legere.
I have a technique I use when I do.
This is a family-oriented show.
Yo, what's up, Fire Hose?
Sharon, they called me Daddy Long Legs in high school.
They called you what?
Daddy Long Legs.
Tripod Lavasky.
Because when I was a freshman, I was only 5 feet tall. When I was a junior, I was 6'1".
Wow.
Yeah. Sprouted over
I would say. Would you eat?
That's a lot of painful growing.
Wow, yeah.
I think it happened overnight for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's like freaking a foot you grew.
Yeah.
So do you guys work much with earth energy?
Yeah. The question? What? I was still talking about Pete's growth spurt.
No, I said you work.
This isn't everything.
I'm sorry. What was the question, Sharon?
I asked if you guys ever work with earth energy.
Earth energy?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, yeah. I work with nature.
Yeah, Pete's a weatherman. He works with it.
Yep.
And I do kind of like on the Wiccan, like earth, wind, fire, water stuff. So, yeah, definitely earth energy. We ground ourselves before investigations. We ground ourselves to the earth. We tell people if they come out and they have, they're feeling right or something's going on, it's like go over and hug that tree. That's connected to the earth. That tree goes right down into the earth.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm big in the ground.
do you ever encounter vortexes or in places that need like acupuncture?
Not acupuncture?
We never use acupuncture as one of our methods, but
No,
yeah,
cool.
we've come across vortexes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got to go up to the Guilford again because.
No, I think they didn't like me.
Yeah, but down there, we were down in that
In the basement. Yeah, I think
that well is 13 feet deep.
Right.
And it was so clear.
So
It was so clear you could see the bottom of this thing. It was just like crystal clear, and there's no way that well should have been that clear because it's an old abandoned house.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just crystal clear. And I mean, I could just see visions of a lady on there forward.
Yep.
And you can't. It just freaked me out because you can't turn to pull yourself up because it's just like this. You know, you're straight up.
Yeah.
And that water was
freaking.
it was crystal clear. It freaks me out to this day.
Yeah. What's your question?
Sharon, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
It's about dreams. You might have an answer for it.
Okay. Dreams.
Dreams.
Oh, dreams.
Yeah, she's not freaking Roto-Rooter.
No, I thought you said dreams. Like.
I was
Okay.
I was in the Victoria Mansion a week ago.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've been there 5 times. I witnessed an apparition, about 8 feet tall, black, beady eyes, like 8 balls. Scared the crap out of me, literally. My TV set on at night when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, these dreams I'm having, is there any way that energy can clear up dreams as well? And take it away?
Sure, because when you're in a dream state, you're in a high alpha state.
Uh-huh.
So I think that oftentimes spirits can, whether it's loved ones or whatever, you are connected to the other side. So you can have very strong dreams that are definitely real. Like, have you ever had a dream you wake up and you thought you won the lottery and you get up and you're like, you're so happy because you did, but you didn't?
Oh, yeah, you look up the bed to the briefcase full of money and there's nothing there. Oh, I get that all the time.
When I was married, I thought I was with a beautiful woman. I woke up and it was my ex-wife.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty scary.
But yes, energy can come to you in a dream.
Okay, so that explains it, the dreams that you have. Like, my dream was that I was being swung around, my legs raising in the air, being swung around above my bed, like someone was just swinging me, and then I'd wake up. But sometimes it felt like it was so real. I mean, really real.
Yeah.
And those are the kind of dreams where your body goes completely numb, you can't talk, and then you think you're really awake. Sometimes, Sharon, I think that they're not dreams, but maybe I'm halfway in a dream and I'm halfway awake, and my mind's just not computing the whole.
You might have sleep paralysis.
Yeah, and I think there are some places on the earth that there's portals. And if you have a portal, I mean, I have a couple of clients that I've had to work with that have had portals near their home, and they actually have energies that come in and like throw them out of bed at night.
Wow. Nice.
But that's usually because the portal is open, and you can energetically, since you guys know how to do energy work, you can close a vortex or an energy vortex with your hands and just, cover it up and push it down so that it doesn't affect someone in their home.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that?
See, that's how you do it, Sharon. You visualize that you're doing all this, so that's what works for you, huh?
Well, I co-create with the energy in the earth.
Yeah.
So, I just tune with it, and I talk to it about the fact that it's disturbing the client. And, sometimes we even doubt about, how deep does it need to go? How, narrow can we bring it in? I even had one client that had a beautiful portal in her house, but she was disturbed by it. So we actually just had it go up into like a rose quartz tube through her house and then come out big again at the top. And that worked for her.
Oh, wow. So, we're all ghost hunters here. So, I mean, a lot of the times, sometimes spirits will follow us home, regardless.
Right.
Even if we don't want them, you know what I mean?
Hitchhikers.
Well, okay. So, do you guys stop someplace before you come home?
Do we what?
Well, I had a good teacher that told me once that when you're doing a clearing, always stop and get a coffee before you come home, so the hitchhikers can get off in the coffee shop.
Yeah, we always say.
Oh, that's a good
That's
idea.
a good idea. And then we'll at the coffee shop and we'll get free coffee.
Yeah.
No, we
But
usually say.
I tend to clean my own house on a pretty regular basis of energy, because things can come home with you.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
usually I know they have, because my dogs act weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. You're right.
Is it?
Yeah.
So then
yeah.
you know, I got a hitchhiker. Or sometimes, if we're doing a lot of energy work in the house, we'll have flybys.
Yeah.
And they're just coming in because the energy is strong, and it's like a party. Hey, that feels good. Let's come in,
The other night, just a quick story. I did a tour in Salem here, and I came home, and we communicate. We do EVPs, we do ghost box sessions, things like that. And,
right.
And we went to the original location of the witch dungeon. And it's been really negative all year so far. Like they say things like, can you identify yourself? I'd say the devil. All right. I don't think it was the devil. I think it was just some,
someone messing with you.
Yeah, some spirit trying to be bad attitude. But the other night, I said, I asked the same thing. What kind of spirit are you? I asked actually, and it said evil. It was very clear. Evil.
Really?
Yeah, that was on an EVP.
That's scary.
Really?
So I went home. The dog starts barking. The dog was like growling at me, barking at me. Yeah, he acted different.
He had something with you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
An
yeah,
attachment.
yeah.
Well, it's
So
like tonight.
I have an unorthodox way of getting rid of
Oh
it,
yeah, tell him your way of getting rid of ghosts.
but it's a PG-rated show, so I can't say.
Well,
But
Wait a minute.
replace
you all know.
BF with the
You pee on him?
no.
Tell
Well,
'em.
physically, I mean verbally.
Well, I had a guy once ask me if he could put it in a garbage bag and carry it out of the house.
Wow, that's different.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I'll tell
Now,
you.
I didn't personally think that he could do that. My feeling was that I don't think you can put a ghost in a garbage bag, because if it can walk through a wall, it certainly doesn't have to stay in a bag.
Yeah.
No.
that
Yeah.
won't work. That won't work. It's
Good
uncomfortable.
visual though.
but he thought it would work.
I just tell them they're just like people. I think if you're alive or in spirit, whatever, you still
Tell
if
them
somebody
what
tells
you do.
you don't want to get away, leave me alone, or leave me the F alone, get the F out of here.
That's what he
That's
does,
basically
driving all the way home.
I'll drive home. So get the F out of here, because sometimes when it's with you. You guys know.
Swear.
Yeah. Well,
License.
no.
Well,
I'm
I
not
find most of the time when they're making the most noise,
That's what he does, driving
it's
all the way
unorthodox,
home.
but it works. It works, Sharon.
Well, you know what you do? You
Yeah.
open your windows and you
Yeah.
drive home with the windows all down.
Yeah.
You blast the music, and they're not going to like that shit.
Yeah, like AC/DC or some little
Godsmack or something.
Yeah.
well,
Those
they
who
probably
might do
like
yelling.
AC/DC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Well,
yeah,
you know
they
what?
like
Bring
that.
a holy tape. You know?
Highway to Hell. They might like
Bring
it.
bring a holy tape where they do the
Right,
holy
highway
tape.
to hell, right.
I
But-
do pray
but-
too, though. I'll say a prayer first,
Yeah,
but then
lady.
I'll say, get the F away from me, leave me alone. You're not welcome. That seems to work. I know it's crazy, but generally
Well,
when
I
I
think
see
that I found over the years
call,
the thing that works the best for me is the
Yeah,
fact
what?
that if a spirit is making that much noise, they
Yeah.
want some help. Because they could live in that house and never make a sound, and you wouldn't really even know they were there. So
Yeah.
if they're really causing a disturbance, it's because they feel like the person in that house can be aware of who they are and help them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Very good
Because
point.
otherwise, they don't really need to make any effect. And of course, they like to scare you because they feed off that, fear. The energy of the fear.
That's a very good point. I got to learn more about. I would like to learn more about energy shifting. How can I learn more? I mean, if I was interested in learning more about energy shifting, what do I do?
Well, you can go to my website and read, because I have a lot of information on there.
Okay.
I have almost all of my techniques on there of how I do things. I have a lot of client stories about what happened and what we did.
Okay.
But more than anything, I think you just have to tune in, and you have to work with the techniques that work for you. I used to just, everybody started out saging. Actually, I started out with salt because my grandmother was Celtic, and in her olden days, they would always, like do a spring cleaning where they salted the corners of the house because the salt would absorb the energy in the corners and it would clear out the negative energy, so they would salt in the windows. And that's kind of how spring cleaning really was about, because the house had been closed up and there'd been a lot of energy collected. So, it's really about doing a good cleansing. But there are a lot of techniques, and every culture has its own techniques. So I think depending on what nationality you are, you might learn some techniques that were Celtic or Italian or Russian or Tibetan. It really doesn't matter what you use as long as they ring true to you and they work for you.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I had a couple of girls interview me about how do I do it, what's my step-by-step. But I don't really have a step-by-step because every place that you go to is different. Just like every home is individual, just like people are.
Right.
And, sometimes you wonder, like, what was it that made this person buy this house with this stuff in it? Because the house is the mirror of the self.
Yeah.
So what are you reflecting?
That's why I'm living where I'm living right now. It's like this house is freaking haunted and there's ghosts that keep coming. And
right.
So, I mean, I'm here. I love this place.
I don't mind ghosts.
Yeah.
But you're learning a lot from them, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I am learning a lot.
Right.
Wait,
we're gonna be a ghost.
What are you learning?
Huh?
What have you learned?
I don't know.
Put him on the spot. He's full of crap.
Someday we're all gonna be a ghost.
Yeah.
Probably. Could be a ghost right now.
You can have a ghost radio
those
talk
four-
show. That'd be awesome.
I had those really first ones. Remember the ones I used to play Abraham Hicks for because they used to listen to it and shut up?
Oh.
So they played that, and when I crossed them over, that was like the best feeling I ever had in the world. It's like we walked from that bathroom over there, I brushed my teeth, and I just freaking said, all right, let's do it. We all walked across this thing.
You know what? Yeah.
Went to the room, and they freaking, it felt good. It felt like they all appreciated it, and they just all went up.
Yep.
Jeff is great for like going to these places that make money off of ghost tours, and they have ghosts, and then he goes and he crosses them over.
Yeah, I sneak over and I cross them over.
Yeah, it's
like
not good. But it was very good for him.
At the end of the day, I think it's probably better to cross over than to hang out here.
Well, absolutely. It's not a zoo. It's not a place where you can come and poke and prod them. It's they deserve it. They want to cross over.
Go to the light.
And they should be directed if they need direction.
True.
And they should be led to cross over.
I can tell you guys a really interesting story of one of my clearings. I had a woman who called me because she knew when she bought her house that they had a ghost in it. But for 2 or 3 years, they lived there, and it really didn't bother them. But she said, now I'm starting to feel like when I take a shower, someone's watching me, and it's kind of creepy. So when we went to the house and sat down in the living room, you could feel like someone had had a heart attack. And so we went ahead and worked with the energy and cleared. But the person in the house that had died, he wanted to know, I don't think he knew he was dead, and he wanted to know where his family was, who were these people in his home, why were they here. And so after we had cleared the home and everything was back to normal, about 2 weeks later I was talking to my niece and telling her about this house, and she said, oh my gosh, that's where my friend lives, and her father died of a heart attack when he was 42.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool that sometimes you get that information back to you that means, you weren't crazy. You really did sense and feel what you felt.
Yeah, you always do. But people want to...
So a good part of doing energy clearing is to trust what you feel, trust what you hear. I mean, I don't see ghosts, but I hear them kind of telepathically, or something will pop into your head like, spaghetti dinner, or I get a lot of songs that people want to hear. They had a particular song. The other day I had a boy who had a suicide, and he wanted to hear Jump by Van Halen.
Yeah.
Good song.
So we all sat around and played Jump by Van Halen off of YouTube, and off he went,
Van Halen rocks.
Might as well jump.
Sharon, we never asked you, where are you from?
What?
Who's that?
Where are you from?
Wait, there's someone else talking. Who else is talking on here?
Who's that now?
Who was that?
Do we have another caller?
Sharon, did you hear that?
Yes, the male voice, please identify yourself.
You know what it is? It's not a spirit.
You're live on the air if you want to talk.
Yeah, it's a ghost.
Sharon, did you hear that voice?
I heard that voice.
Yeah.
Wow. That was weird.
Yeah, that was
I was just
weird.
asking her. I said, Sharon, we don't know where you're from. Where are you from?
He said, yeah.
Well, I was born in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah,
And I was a military brat, so I grew up all over the country and the world, and I ended up in Portland, Oregon. So right now I'm in Happy Valley, Oregon.
Happy Valley. Beautiful out there.
Wow.
My brother lives out in California.
Coming to you live from Happy Valley.
Awesome.
Only a block away from Boring, Oregon.
Happy Valley.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Wine country.
Yeah, Happy
Yeah.
Valley. I like that.
Happy Valley. That's where I am.
Do we have
Pardon
someone
me?
on the line?
Is somebody on the line with us?
No, because we didn't let anybody in. So
No,
they
but
shouldn't
we
be.
have a spirit.
Yeah, there's someone that just kept talking
Is there
again.
a spirit with us right now? How many are with us? 5. Yeah. We get that. You know what you get all the time when we ask that question? You get like 5, 3, 10, 12.
Yeah, 'cause
you know
they
why?
come and go.
Because they come and go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sharon, you ever been out to Boston area?
I haven't been out to the Boston area.
You got to get out
Yeah.
here and check
I
it out.
feel like maybe I've been there in past lives, and perhaps I was burned at the stake, so I don't know if I want to go back. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Snake.
It's all right.
but how is it out in Boston?
It's beautiful. Well, it's kind of cool now, but it's a beautiful city. Salem's beautiful with the haunted happenings going on here.
Yeah.
Mark and Jeff, and I think we got our own haunted happenings going on right
Yeah,
now.
are we just gonna forget about this voice, or are we gonna
No, there's
we'll
a
have
voice
to listen
going on.
back to this
Well,
recording.
we're gonna
and see
listen
what that
back.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask
yeah,
her the
like,
question.
Yeah,
Sharon, ask the voice the question on the radio.
Try to communicate
Ask the
with
voice the question. Who are you? Intimidated, I guess.
No answer. Are you kidding me? What's going on here?
There is?
Yeah, nobody. There's nobody else like on
Wait
it
a
now.
minute. Wait a minute.
There's us three that
Wait
weren't
a minute.
talking, and there's you, Sharon.
That's
Wait.
crazy.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, it just said go ahead. It just said go ahead.
Oh, the dog's barking. There must be someone there.
No.
Wait a minute. Hey, you. Answer my.
Yeah.
All right, who's on?
Who is on there?
Do you have a question for us?
Who is it?
Who is this?
John.
You said a web.
Who is it?
It's your opportunity for your 5 minutes of fame. Come forward and speak now.
Great. The top
Well,
notch
funny,
show
we
here.
don't in the studio, so.
George, you know what this week we got us tonight.
Hi.
Yeah.
We're getting up there.
Yeah. Yeah. 02.
Our ratings have doubled.
So, do you guys have Dowsers meetings where you are in Boston?
Do we have what?
Dowsers meetings.
Not that we go to.
No.
What is it?
Oh, well, you should check them out in your area. I bet you have some pretty amazing Dowsers there.
I'm sure we have.
The only meetings we have out here are. What is it?
Not
I've learned some of
thousands.
the most far out stuff from Dowsers.
Hey.
Everything from Earth energy to extraterrestrials, they know it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great way if someone wants to learn about energy is to work with some of the Dowsers because they have a lot of strange stuff they work with.
Right. Hey, I have a few, Sharon.
Yes?
How do you feel about Ouija board? What are your thoughts on a Ouija board? Yeah.
Well, of course, when I was a kid, I used the Ouija board all the time. I don't have much fear about using a Ouija board, but then I grew up with witches. So, you know, I don't have much of that fear, a religious fear around Ouija boards. I think it's a tool of divination. It's not one that I use anymore because I use other things. But I think that they can work, you know. I mean, there's been some pretty amazing people who have communicated mediums through the Ouija board.
A lot of our cases are because of the Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They sometimes open doors.
People, you know, they're
Do you
opening
guys
doors.
use a Ouija board?
What's that?
Do you use a Ouija board?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
But being from Salem, Massachusetts, that's where they made them, and we have had a few private investigations or cases where the Ouija board was involved.
Yeah.
No, it's Parker Brothers.
Parker
Brothers.
Brothers.
Parker Brothers
And
made
then
them.
Hasbro bought them out. Now they're all condos.
Yeah.
But I used to have
think that
friends
it's
that worked there. They said like people used to bring them back. And
I worked at Parker Brothers one time.
Sometimes I think they open doors and doors that you have to be careful. Just like paranormal investigators or people with K2 meters, things like that.
Well, if
So I
you
think that, if you don't respect the tool that you're using, then you can bring in harmful energy.
If you're sensitive,
I think so.
and you don't know it, and you use a Ouija board, those are the people that it attaches to.
That's why I can't use the Ouija board.
I still think
Yeah.
that it could be either any spirit, negative or anything. They just
Yeah,
wanna
but if
get
you're
in.
sensitive, it's going to attach to other people. Probably it doesn't matter to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're sensitive and you don't know it,
You'll get screwed.
yeah, you
And
open the
there's
door.
too many bad things that happen with Ouija boards. It's just the stories just go on and on. People getting hurt,
Yeah.
houses burning down, just
Yeah.
weird shit.
People used to
Negative
drop 'em off
energy.
at Parker Brothers at like 2 a.m. and say, "Yeah, take this," because they just drop them off.
Well,
Right.
but don't you think a lot of that is because people play with them and they kind of use them for fun and silliness
I
as
think
opposed
so.
to as a really serious tool?
I am pretty
Yeah.
curious though to see that movie Ouija board that comes out this Friday.
Yeah.
Whether it's
a movie?
whether
I didn't
whether
know
it's
Yeah. Ouija
Oh
board.
wow.
but see whether they're using it for fun or not, it's
Oh,
basically
you already saw?
it's a tool that opens communication to spirit.
Annabelle.
It's the same thing as when we do an EVP or we use our ghost box. We're opening
Right.
communication to
Yeah.
spirit.
So I can communicate.
So
Well, yes, you are, because that's what you're asking for, is someone to come and communicate with you.
Oh.
yeah, so they're getting what they want without asking for it, because they're still doing the same thing we're doing.
Oh, you got another call.
Well, either that or maybe they don't really believe that there's anything going to happen. Like I said, it's kind of silliness and they make fun, but something really does come in. And then sometimes they bring things in and they're there and they don't know it and they don't know how to get out of there. So I use tarot more than anything for my divination. Tarot, and I use dowsing charts.
Yeah.
I think Alicia's.
All right. Hey, Sharon Sinclair, now one more time, why don't you give out your website and tell people how they can get in touch with you and how they can follow you?
Okay. I have a Facebook page called Energy Shifters. And and you can get that through my website, energy-shifter.com. And I have a blog and a Twitter page and, all kinds of things out there that you can get me through. And my phone number is on the website, and I have different ways that you can contact me there through email.
Okay, Sharon Sinclair, thank you so much for calling into Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff. You've been a great guest. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks a lot, you guys.
All right, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will be back right after this. Don't go away.
Okay, everybody, and welcome back to Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys want to call in live right now, it's perfect. We do this during our blogcast at 713-955-0384. And tonight, again, co-hosting, we have Pete Lavasco, we have Jeff, Brother Jeff, and Pete. Should be right back right after these couple of minutes. But first, let's get back to our next guest. She is a clairvoyant, tarot reader, and welcome back to Everything Paranormal, Aaliyah Curtis. Hi, Aaliyah.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, we're doing great. How are you been?
I'm real good.
All right, Aaliyah, let's tell our listeners again what your website is, what you're all about, how they can get in touch with you, and all of that good stuff. And I promise they're going to hear you this time.
Okay, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our Skype snap.
Yeah, we apologize. We're not even doing the Skyping now. We're just on totally blog talk, but that's a whole other story for another time.
Okay. Well, my website is www.tarotguidance.com, and that's spelled TAROTGUIDENCE.com. My phone number is area code 510-763-8806.
All right.
I remember
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be calling her after the show.
You were like,
she was great. Remember that? She was. Folks, we apologize again. That was like our second time. Then we switched over the second show, I think.
Yeah.
And
but she did some readings for us.
But she was dead on. Yeah, she was really good.
You gonna give us more tonight?
Yeah, let's try it again.
Sure. Why not?
All right. Good. You first, Mark.
No. Let's hold on. Let's first tell our listeners about yourself and what you do and what you're all about.
Basically, well, I believe that healing begins in the mind. And as a service, I try to just give as much peace of mind as I possibly can, and I do it through using the tarot as a counseling tool.
Yeah.
You guys gonna more beer?
Yeah. Hey, say hi to Pete.
That's Pete, our weatherman.
Pete, our wicked weather guy.
We got a big nor'easter coming. He's getting ready for it.
Yeah, he's like settling in.
Yeah.
Is this the weather guy?
Yeah, Pete's our weather guy.
Yeah,
we have him with us in our studio tonight.
Wicked weather dude.
And he's getting ready for a big nor'easter.
Tell us again how the tarot cards work. So for the beginner.
Basically, they're full of symbols, and the symbols are actually connected to dreams. They're dream symbols. So what you do is the person mixes the cards up to get their vibrations on the cards. They hand them back to me. I do a layout. And in that layout are the symbols of dreams. There's also the past, the present, and the future. So what we do is discuss things as they come up. And I usually start with the past. If it stands out, if the past stands out and there's a reason to discuss it, then we'll discuss it, especially if it's interfering with what's going on in the present. And then we talk about present things, which are usually difficulties that people are going through, and we try to sit down and come up with some reasonable approaches to problem solving. And then also there is future incidents that come up in there also. And people can ask questions. Usually I like to talk the whole way through, and if they have questions, they can ask them at the end. If they want to ask them before the end, that's okay too.
Nice.
All right, so I guess I'll be a innocent victim here.
Yeah, do Pete.
You want to read the weatherman?
Do Pete.
Sure. Okay, I need to talk to the weatherman. Let's see, I need to hear his voice.
Good, Pete.
Okay.
It's all you.
I'm the wicked weatherman. I've loved the weather since I was 7 years old. It's been a hobby of mine. What else do you need to know?
Okay, you've got some decisions regarding profession. There are some opportunities coming up. They seem to have been a long time coming, because it seems like you've been pushing in your career for quite some time now. And the window of opportunity is opening for you. I feel like you'll be talking to someone in terms of, I won't say promotion, but it's certainly an upgrade in profession, put it that way. And you'll be talking to someone, I think, within the next 3 to 4 weeks. There's also. Do you travel? Because I get you leaving town off and on. Do you travel?
Do I what?
He comes here.
Do you travel?
I work in my city. But I do have my own Wicked Weather radio show that's really doing really well. So I wonder if
there's some. You don't travel ordinarily with your work?
No.
Because there is travel coming up.
Okay.
Ooh, look at that.
So could that have something to do with the weather show that I'm doing? Because I've got a lot of high reviews.
I feel like it has to do with your profession. Yes.
Wow, that's awesome. So like they'll be putting me out in front of the storms in a camera.
Yeah.
I know that you're going to be doing some traveling. Hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna have
there's definitely an expansion of what you're already doing.
Yeah.
Back to you, Mark. Yeah.
So all right. Do you also do Love Life, money too?
Could you repeat that?
Do you do Love Life and money as well?
Yes.
Do Jeff's Love Life.
Wait.
No, just whatever comes up. Do you have a specific question?
Yeah, recently.
That's so Pete.
Recently, I've been in a relationship for a long time.
Okay, I can't understand. We've got a bad connection here. I didn't understand what you said.
Can you hear me now?
For the love life.
I can hear you.
Okay, so I've been in a long relationship. It's been over for a while. Like single, and I just wonder what's going on with that. And as far as maybe hitting the lottery. I mean, that's everybody's dream, right?
Okay, let's see. You said you asked about a past relationship, and you wanted to know what is going on with that?
Oh yeah, and what's going on with that, and maybe what's going to go on with my future as well.
Okay, with the past relationship, there might be a breakup, but I don't feel like it's completely broken up, because I get you kind of back and forth on that one. It's just that there seems to have been a lack of compatibility for the most part. I don't get two people thinking along. You've either outgrown each other or you're not thinking along the same lines. But I don't feel like you're broken up permanently, because I get back and forth. There is an opportunity for you to move on. I don't get you moving on just yet, though.
Okay.
Gotta work on yourself.
Work on myself, yeah.
Yeah. It all comes from the inside.
Well, that's what you do. You take care of yourself, and
right.
You don't.
Do what you're doing, and not worry about freaking relationship. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful girl will be like right in front of you, and you'll be like, "What? Where'd you come from?" That's how it works. Okay. When you're not thinking about it.
So she answered that one. What about my?
About the lottery, I'm not getting any lottery winnings. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you don't see anything.
But I do get you making some pretty decent money there.
Oh, that's great to hear.
All right, Aaliyah, that's enough with Pete.
All right. Jeff.
All right, so since Pete started with his life, let's start with my love life.
Okay, let's hear your voice a little bit more.
Okay, same thing. I'm single. I've got out of a relationship.
I've got marriage around you. Are you engaged or wanting to? I've got marriage around you. Are you engaged or wanting to be?
No, I'm not even with anybody right now. I was married.
You're not with anybody right now? I've got an engagement.
No. Oh, really?
Probably yeah.
Maybe I should find a woman then.
Probably catching me.
That would help a lot. Would someone very close to you be engaged, or in a living situation? Because that's a very strong vibration here.
Oh, really? Maybe I'll be getting engaged.
Now, is someone close to you in a relationship where they're engaged or either living together? It's a very close relationship.
It's me. Okay, Mark.
Is there? That's the question. Because if it's not you, what I'm asking is, or what I'm feeling is, it might be someone very close to you. So my question was, is someone that you know that's close to you that is engaged or about to be engaged?
Maybe Mark is.
Well,
my brother.
We happily, and we're living together, so.
Okay.
We haven't mentioned the married word yet, though.
Oh.
Maybe I've just got the vibrations confused because that's what I got was marriage and engagement. I got married actually.
So much for my love life, huh?
Yeah, maybe it's me now.
Mark took over your love life. Sorry.
That's pretty bad when the tarot cards just kind of skip right over me.
Wait a minute. Do you see any watching?
Sorry about that. Maybe your brother's a little more dominant in terms of getting the spotlight here.
I guess so.
Do you see any
my equipment?
Any lottery winnings in Jeff's life?
No. You loser. Like me.
I win $100 on psych, and then I'll spend $100.
I won 500 in Spreaker. That was fun.
Yeah, how much you spend to get it?
$5.
Overtime. Good for you.
No, I only do it one by one ticket once a month.
Good. That's good. You're controlled.
Pete, the wicked weather gambler.
All right, Mark, your turn.
All right. No, I don't want to be read. I don't like.
No, you got to be read.
You gotta be read.
I don't like to. You can't.
She's good though.
Read Mark.
She is good.
Blank.
That's
Ask
what
a question.
She's very good.
She is good.
Ask a question, Mark.
Do you have a question?
No, let me ask a career question. We'll get away from the love.
All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. This is now Jeff is going to ask you a question.
Am I going to meet the love of my life in my career?
What the hell was that?
You're going to meet the love of your life in your
question.
career.
It's a double barrel one.
My goodness.
It's a double barrel question.
All right.
I'll put it this way. The opportunity to meet women is pretty big, but you have a tendency to be kind of picky, I think.
Yes, I'm very picky.
And because of that, I don't know if you'll meet her in your career or not. You'll meet women, but it'll be your choice.
Yeah.
You kind of like you seem to be kind of attracted to women that are somewhat intelligent and savvy.
Yes.
And somehow in your career, the women that you meet seem a little odd to you, or they'll seem a little odd to you. So I don't know if you would be really impressed with meeting the women in your career. I don't know.
Nice. All right, that's better. Go ahead, Mark. It's your turn.
I don't know.
Oh, I got one for Mark.
Right.
Is he ever going to be at Fenway Park doing a Red Sox game in the?
Wait a minute. Let me try it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
I see him there. Yeah. He's got the voice for it. Don't you
I can do that.
Take off your hats and pants for the national anthem.
That's a good voice.
Oh my goodness. My mother listens to this show. Knock it off.
She can't find it.
She can't figure out how to work it, right?
Ask her what she sees you as a radio.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you see anything for me in my future for my professional career?
I just get a lot of success. I get a lot of success because it seems like it's been a long, well-traveled road, and you've kind of come to a peak here. And it's just like doors are opening, opportunities are there. You seem to have made the right connections. You put in the right time in the right place, although I don't know if you'll stay in the location that you're in. But all your little ducks are in a row. The only major change might be a move to another city.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's funny she says that because you know what, guys? I've been thinking about that. Been thinking about moving further south. Yeah,
really?
South, yeah. Like South Carolina or so that way.
You mean I got to drive down there for the show? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
By then they'll have a button you press and they'll just like teleport you there.
Yeah. And we've been dabbling in the video things and things like that, but probably gonna get away from the paranormal thing eventually, do something more like sports or something like that. But
can you predict the future?
Sometimes.
Do you see a zombie apocalypse coming up anytime soon?
I thought we already had that one.
I'm starting to wonder about that.
You know, I mean, there might be some chemical disease or that they're going to put on us that it will do that.
What about Ebola? Do you see this becoming a big crazy threat for the U.S.?
It's already they're talking. That's all they talk about.
It's a threat, but I don't think it's a threat that will get out of hand.
No, I don't think so either.
Do you see any big threats come to us in the future?
I think the media will blow things up just to have a story. Like this Ebola thing. It's probably the end of the world.
Yeah, I think it's just a story. The stock market will fluctuate.
We're gonna die within 24 hours, and it's like live through it. So
That would be too easy.
Well, I got. So the question is, all these prophets have said the world was coming to an end. Blah blah blah. A couple of years ago.
No.
Yeah,
You know what?
Blah blah blah. A couple of years ago.
The world did come to an end. The old world.
What are you talking about?
The world now is
now
like a
it's
more
a crazy
conscious
world.
world.
All right, let me ask you this.
I agree. I think the world always comes to an end for someone.
I have a theory on this.
Wait.
No,
I
I mean,
thought
like
at
a
that
complete
point the world got better and people were more
it's
conscious of their
crazy.
spiritual
This
awareness.
side of the new world of like consciousness.
Yeah,
and it's,
consciousness,
yeah,
spiritual
there was
awareness.
a shift.
What's your biggest nightmare for the world to come to an end?
I don't think the world
the way
will
it
come
would
to an
end.
end.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll have an apocalyptic
probably,
ending.
like nuclear blast, nuclear fire, like the Bible says, fire.
What about nuclear war?
That would be scary.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, I don't either.
I think that now in 2012 it was a shift in consciousness for everybody.
Well,
I agree.
2013 people were confused
Yeah.
and they were like didn't know which team they were going to be on. There's some people that were going to stay in their comfort zone, and there's some people that were going to move forward and become who they're supposed to be. In 2014, everybody's kind of like picked their thing. So I think in 2015 and 16, it's going to start shifting.
Yeah,
you think so?
Yeah.
How about the Bruins?
Well, I'm looking forward. I think it'll be things for the better.
All right. What about sports? Bruins. They're going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
Could you repeat that again?
We're talking sports. We're just being funny. I just throw it out there. If the Bruins are going to win the Stanley Cup.
No.
What do you know?
I don't know. She doesn't know that. No, she does like love.
Okay, say again because it's difficult to hear you. Who will win the Stanley Cup?
The Boston Bruins.
The Bruins?
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, you're not a Bruins fan.
There you go.
All right, how about
I'm
Tom
not
Brady?
anybody's fan. I'm like the lousiest sports person on this earth. Girly girl, no sports background.
No sports background at all?
No.
Okay, you know who Tom Brady is. How about the Patriots? They had a rough start. They're now 5-2.
Y'all know Tom. Yeah.
Is Tom Brady, is this his last year with the Patriots, and are they going to go to the Super Bowl and finally win it?
One more year.
One more year?
No Super Bowl, though.
I think they're going to perk up. I think they're going to pick up. If they don't get there, it might be a little close.
Yeah, so you think this is his last year, though, is what we want to know.
Last year?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I like it. She's
Yeah,
a
I
Raider
don't think
fan.
so either.
Wait, she's probably friends with Giselle.
No. She's that's Giselle.
Aaliyah, what tarot cards do you use?
It's called the Rosy Cross.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, I've had them for so long.
Can you tell me why Jeff keeps putting the camera on himself? I got to move it again.
No, it's not on me.
Aaliyah, where are you from? I didn't get that.
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you're a Penguins fan, that's why.
But she's not a sports fan.
No,
really,
she doesn't care about
I'm not a sports fan. I used to date some of the Steelers, though. Does that count?
The Steelers?
Yeah.
I was a Steelers fan when I was 6-7 years old. Yep.
I was an Oilers fan.
Yep.
Wow.
I was brainwashed into a Pats fan when I became 12.
And they started winning.
I know, right?
Wow.
It's fun, though.
So, Aaliyah, do you see a shift in world consciousness too?
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, even though with all the bad stuff going on,
for the better.
It's definitely, and it's
Well, there's always going to be bad stuff going on. But the fact that people are thinking differently, and this whole movement towards natural healing, that's very impressive as far as I'm concerned. Because there are people out there that are actually doing this stuff. They're actually healing. And then this thing about, the intention experiment, how intention changes things when people get together and pray. I mean, all these, there's definitely a shift. And I think it's a shift for the better. Definitely.
Oh, definitely. It's basically, it's, people are getting sick of listening to the media, and they're kind of getting away from it. It's all propaganda coming from them. And Like this Ebola thing is like they blow it up, but it's not scary. It's
it is
making
scary.
it.
They're letting people fly from Africa. We should just stop flying from there.
See, that's the media that's telling you that. If you didn't know that, would it scare you?
I won't get in a plane, Jeff, right now.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
I even put a mask on? No way. You need a respirator to fly in a plane right now.
Well, the craziest thing I recently read was that you don't worry about Ebola. It's not the worst scare. The worst scare is the upcoming flu for this fall, this season. So they're saying be more afraid of the flu than the Ebola this season.
Aaliyah, do you believe in aliens?
No, wait a minute.
Do I believe in
aliens?
Wait, we got to go back to the Ebola.
Actually, I think it's possible. Yeah, I think that's very possible.
Well, of course. There's so many planets out there.
But wait a minute. Let's go back to Ebola.
All right.
I think it has to do with the conscious shift, though. It's the aliens.
Italian? Is it like a meatball?
No, I think it's African.
Like, he's a good bowler.
Wait,
how many people died from Ebola?
Like 3,000.
Thousands.
3.
Yeah.
So why are they making such this big freaking deal about this?
Thousands.
No, wait.
Thousands died that couldn't get.
He's right. Thousands in Africa.
But they couldn't get the medicine that they were supposed to get.
Right, because they didn't have the medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, but seriously, once we're
Well, Nigeria only had 70 die because they caught it right away and they did what they were supposed to do. Although the doctor that caught it, she died.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a conspiracy theory.
It's just like blown up.
The government probably has a cure for Ebola.
I think the government has a cure for cancer,
for everything,
diabetes,
but
and
the
everything.
insurance companies don't want to put it out there because they
want to
lose money.
Right.
So they want to lessen the population of the earth.
Well, seriously, I mean, that's a whole nother show for another time, but they'll make millions or billions on medications and things like that.
Yeah.
You know why the world's overpopulated?
The drug companies.
No, because all of these souls have come here at this time because something good is going to happen.
Why the
Good
souls?
or bad?
What's good going to happen?
Because all the souls, I mean, they got reincarnated into even bodies that they didn't even want because they wanted to be a part of what's going to happen in the next
You believe in
the next
reincarnation?
40 years. Yeah, definitely.
I'm not into
Yeah, I
4
like
years?
that theory.
Wait.
Yeah.
4 years?
So that's why the world is overpopulated now. All these souls wanted to be here at this time because something good's about to happen.
You
What's going to
trust?
happen? When it happens,
I
you're
don't
going to say,
believe in
Jeff was
reincarnation.
right.
I'm not a reincarnation fan. I'm Roman Catholic. I believe in one God.
Where does your energy go though when you die? That's it. You
I
have
gave
one
up
life.
on the Catholic.
You either go to heaven or you go to hell. One or the other.
Yeah, but you don't have. You only
don't
have
think there's
one
in
life
between?
to live.
Oh, I'm sure there's
No,
a
wait a minute.
purgatory. Purgatory?
Wait a minute.
We've
You
all lived.
investigate ghosts.
Yeah.
You investigate
That's
paranormal.
purgatory.
So what are those?
I think that's purgatory.
That's where they all
That's
are?
where you track between
You don't think
a
it's
little
another
between heaven
dimension?
and hell, and they're putting you in a little area.
Okay.
I think Aaliyah might agree.
How about
with
you
that,
take?
right, Aaliyah?
Okay, what do you think, Aaliyah?
I think hell is right here on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with her.
No, I think
I've
hell.
always said that. Thank you.
Earth
I
is-
agree.
People
Although
look at-
there's a lot of love and happiness, but
Earth is.
Well, you go to Turks and Caicos. That's heaven.
Earth is like
trial
a
and
university. Earth is where you learn. Earth is where you
you
learn your
learned
lessons.
hard lessons.
Yeah.
You were like
But once you learn those lessons,
there's a lot
they
of
go
pain
on.
and
I think we
suffering
brought up a
sometimes.
big debate here.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good,
That's,
though, right?
that's what we're here for.
That's why we get paid the big bucks.
All right, so let me ask you a question. As me being the weatherman,
Okay. What's your
with
weather
Mark
question?
and Jeff, I'm predicting a very cold, snowy winter up here in New England
You're
and
in the Farmer's
Pennsylvania,
Almanac.
and a lot of
Yeah.
people backing me up.
Yeah.
What do you see in store as far as weather goes, as far as more intense storms and more destruction along our East Coast coastline?
Everywhere, actually. It's
Or everywhere.
happening, right?
Or everywhere. What do you see with that?
Well, I think if the guys keep playing around with the weather, and they definitely are, there's technology that does play with the weather, I think it will get as bad as possible because they're seeing how bad it can get.
To me. What do you mean play with the weather? How?
Yeah, how
Well,
are they
actually,
playing?
at Carnegie Mellon University, there is a lab that actually tests the weather and manipulates the weather. And when I was there for their last, there was actually a tornado in Pittsburgh, and that was unheard of.
What did
And
what
there
did
were
we
two,
do?
actually.
Have you ever heard of HARP?
Of what?
Have you ever heard of HARP? HARP?
I don't recall that.
It's a government.
Name.
Supposedly it's a government, but it could be a conspiracy. But
I thought you
it's
said
been
fire.
known where they make their own weather. They make their own clouds. They try to control the weather. Do you really think that our government's controlling the weather?
Oh man.
Well,
really?
why are they doing this?
Somebody is controlling the weather. Whether it's the government or not, I'm not real certain, but I know that science has means by which they can and do control the weather.
Yeah.
You're playing
No,
God.
Like I said, I've seen it happen right in Pittsburgh.
How dangerous
And
is that?
Carnegie Mellon does have, they've got some of the greatest engineers and scientists there.
And what are the outcomes playing with Mother Nature?
Not good.
The only reason anyone plays with Mother Nature is for a stronger military, ultimately.
That makes
sense.
That
makes a good point. That was a great answer.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Because they can go to like different countries that we're fighting and give them droughts and you know.
And they can bring a storm on and go in and invade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are they? How come they're doing this to us in the Northeast? They're making it freezing up here. We never did anything to them.
Well, I think
it's not personal. you just happen to be there. That's the area they need to study in, and you just happen to be there. Not personal.
Last year was the most miserable winter of my life.
Oh my God, it was so cold.
It was 12 degrees at noon was a good day.
I mean, is it more economical to them?
I don't think it's about economy at this point, but it's about research.
I mean, if you think about it, if you control the weather, you control the food, you control the, everything, water, you control everything.
Yeah,
it's like
they
basically
want to control everything.
I mean, if you can, because I mean, the food, you're growing grass and all that stuff. That's what the cows eat. That's what everybody,
they have the government has all those seeds in Iceland. They have big stores. With
but what I'm saying is, if you destroy the weather in a climate, and sooner or later you got to give up because the weather is going to win.
Well, let me ask you something, Leah. Volcanoes have been erupting in Iceland and in Japan, and now Mount St. Helens is almost ready to erupt.
Yeah.
Is this all controlled also by our government?
That would be my assumption.
I knew it.
How can that be?
I knew it. Because how can they control that? How can they control the weather? How can they do it?
Science can do anything. I love science. It's phenomenal. Science can do anything.
It's all about the aliens.
The aliens know how to do it, and then they caught some aliens at Roswell.
Are you kidding me? The aliens are here. The government's working with aliens. They're here.
By the year 2020, we're gonna be knowing
that friggin' bird we're hearing outside.
Yeah, probably is. Probably like
we have this crazy bird on the property outside the studio here. It's nuts.
Oh yeah,
the woods here. It sounds like something out of Jurassic Park.
Really
the woods here. I actually wanted to talk to my last guest about it, but I mean the woods is like we're not welcome tonight. There's some crazy stuff.
It's really. Jeff was showing me out back, and we could hear it. Like, it was more
like a velociraptor.
It's more like
It's like a velociraptor running around.
I thought we had Jurassic Park all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky. It really is loud. Creepy.
So I didn't know. That's a good, and I'm glad that I know this now, that our weather can be controlled. And I'm wondering why lately, when computer models come out that I study to do the forecast, change in a day or two. So you have to change your forecast. But we don't point all forecasts on computer models. We use that as a weather tool, to help guide us a little bit. But it's also past tense, history, knowledge of, storm tracks and earlier weather occurrences that have happened before that usually repeat a cycle over and over and over again. For instance, let's say a hurricane was going to hit the East Coast. And it was like Sandy was supposed to go out to sea. Remember Sandy?
Yeah.
A real weird curve came into New York City.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't predicted. Could that have been controlled? Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing how that they can actually control this stuff, and a lot of people don't believe it, and think what's going on.
No, people don't believe that. It sounds too far-fetched.
It's kind of like something out of sci-fi. Do you have sci-fi there?
Look at how much of the science fiction that has actually come to pass.
What's that noise?
You got it? No, Pete's trying to drop some sound effects.
Maybe Maybe some
You're
of this.
doing a good job.
Thank you.
There you go.
We are entering the Twilight Zone.
Maybe some of this Earth stuff too is the Earth shifting and settling.
Yeah.
You mean that's it?
We still have our guest?
Yeah,
she's here.
Hi, Aaliyah.
Aaliyah,
No,
you
we're not
are
gonna
a
hang
great
up on her
guest
tonight.
by the way.
Yeah, she's like more interested in the cocaine zombie guy.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say that?
He didn't have much.
And you know what? If you don't mind me asking, I have my own show, Wicked Weather, on the DTM.
Pete wants you on a
Wicked
show.
Radio. Now, I'd love to have you on my show as well.
Oh, I would love to be there.
Okay.
All right, cool.
You can find me on Facebook on Wicked Weather, and just look up Peter Jude Lovasco, and you'll see my fan page. Just go on there, like it, send me a message, and I'll hook you up.
We will give her.
Wicked Weather.
Yeah, Wicked Weather, Peter Jude Lovasco, and I'll hook you up.
Okay, how do you spell the last name?
Lovasco.
Weather. Wicked Weather.
Okay, Wicked Weather. That sounds like fun.
WEATHA.
We can actually talk all about conspiracy weather. I mean, that would be great. And then you could,
that is
good, actually.
And you could talk to some of my listeners as well. It'd be a great show. I'll get in touch with you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I have a question for you guys, you Wicked Weather people. Do you think that eventually our climates are going to change? Say,
yes.
Florida's going to get colder.
The
and
Earth,
get
in
warmer?
millions and millions
Is
of
what I
years,
see.
has always just
It's
changed.
always done that,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's going to happen in the next 20 years is
Yeah, but where are we at
if you
in the
have
time chart?
oceanfront,
We got time.
if you have oceanfront property,
Yeah. You're screwed.
that is going to be underwater.
Yeah, it's a
All
bad
right.
idea.
Where I live now, off of Good Harbor Beach in Gloucester,
Good Harbor.
Massachusetts. It's beautiful. You got to check it out.
You know, hey, they have wicked tuna from that.
Yes, my friend
Wicked tuna.
Dave, Captain
you know
Dave
him?
Marciano. He was my
Marciano.
first guest.
Oh, really?
We're
Yeah.
Facebook buds, man.
Yeah.
We're like this.
Dave is good. I do see, I do see Massachusetts, New England. I see the topography, or I see, what is
It's
geographical.
actually kind of sinking
I see it-
already, right?
I see it switching. I see
It's
it.
already happening.
The ocean will go to Worcester. So Boston,
Really?
everything will be gone.
Where the hell are they
20
put it?
to 25
Wow.
I think. What's that?
Up in the Worcester, they're gonna. Worcester's kind of like a hood type.
The biggest
not a nice place.
The biggest case scenario that would happen, Mark, is if a meteor hit the ocean and we would get a tidal wave that would go as far as 100 feet
Oh,
up.
it'd be like a tsunami.
You'd have to go all the way out to Worcester
right
to be safe.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's not unpredictable. That can happen.
We,
and I'm sure
we would
Leah
never
knows
make
that.
it because we're too far away from it. So
You're kind of gloomy tonight.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna sleep tonight.
It's gonna be the energy outside, right?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's a good show. These
Good.
and I got to tell you, Leah, Mark and Jeff are like the best radio DJ hosts around.
Oh,
thanks,
yeah,
man.
thanks.
And, I love these guys, and I love joining
He's fun.
them. So.
I'm not gonna even sleep tonight.
Yeah,
I like
You're not going to sleep tonight?
If a meteor hit, I'm done. I mean, I'm not getting away from it.
And
I'm like, the ocean's right over there.
I kind of like to get the shit out of them a little bit too.
Yeah.
I live near the water too. So
Yeah, you're done too.
yep. Me and the wicked.
But I will tell you this: it's going to be very cold in Pittsburgh this winter. So get ready, get those.
Oh, I can imagine. Although I went home to visit, and the weather was beautiful for a whole week.
Dark place.
It's always cold there.
It's going to snow there on Halloween. Just be ready. That is, yes, it is.
It seems like
It was gorgeous a couple of weeks ago.
It's better than rain though. That's all right.
Did it
seems
snow
like
there?
it seems like Pittsburgh would be like cold and dark at 4:00 every day.
She said it already snowed there. Did it
It
already snow?
happens.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty rough winters there.
It snowed there already?
Not yet.
No. Okay. It's coming.
It's coming.
7 days away, and you can quote me on it. You're going to get about an inch of snow. Not a big deal, but you're going to get it.
I would not be surprised.
All right, Aaliyah Curtis, please tell people how they can get in touch with you, how they can follow you, and all of that good stuff before we go.
Okay. www.tarotguidance.com is the website. Telephone number is 510-763-8806. Talk with Aaliyah at wordpress.com is my blog, and I also do Twitter and
cool.
Facebook.
Yeah. I'm on Twitter.
I'm on
You have to
Twitter.
follow, right?
You have to follow us on Twitter.
I have 6 people on
Okay.
Twitter.
Yeah, Jeff's got 6. Yeah,
It's
wow.
never big.
Are you in
good.
Twitter?
Yeah.
What are you at?
Jeff Story.
Okay.
Jeff Story.
I am at Peter Lovasco.
And I'll find you and Twitter friend you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what my Twitter account
so
is.
you can Twitter find us, and we can get in touch that way also. That's how I get in touch with all my guests for my radio shows on Twitter, really.
All right, Aaliyah, make sure that you tell your friends now.
using
You can
Twitter.
find. We record here Tuesday night, but you'll be on DTMWickedRadio.com Saturdays,
Never on it.
9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find yourself on iHeartRadio, Blog Talk Radio, Spreaker, Video Bash, YouTube, XLA,
UK.
so yeah.
Aaliyah, the UK.
Well, I need you to email me that list.
Aaliyah, thank you very much. We loved having you on the guest and everything paranormal. You have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great.
Folks, a round of applause for Leah. What do you say? That's perfect. Oh, yeah. All right, Leah, have a good night.
Good night.
Night. What do you guys think, huh? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's good. It's been a great show tonight.
What?
Aaliyah?
Uh-huh.
Still here? You still here?
No, she's gone now.
Goodbye.
Huh? Why? She's still holding. She's good. Who? I don't know.
Yeah, our other one was still on there?
Good thing we saying good things. No, the other one was gone a while ago.
Oh my God, Leah was awesome.
Yeah.
Scott was awesome.
Aaliyah. Yeah.
And Sharon was awesome.
Yeah. So, guys, again, we had Scott Lerner, we had Sharon St. Clair, and Aaliyah Curtis. And
Triple Play Tuesday.
Triple Play.
Ooh, I like that.
You know why it happened? Because I screwed up and I booked them all one night, but it worked out perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hat Trick Tuesday.
Peter, we're gonna have you back.
Let's do it, man. Next week.
Yeah, we can come back. There'll be 4 of us. You have 4 stools here.
I will bring some.
We're gonna all fit.
But you guys, we're gonna wear costumes next week. It's a
I have
Halloween
a costume.
special. All right, you gonna wear a costume, Jeff?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll wear a costume. Guys, we just have about enough time. When's your show? Where is it? Where it can be found?
Saturday night at 8 p.m. on DTMWickedRadio.com. Wicked Weather.
It's Pete Lovasco with his Wicked Weather, and your website is?
AngelsGuide.org.
And that's it? That's all you got? AngelsGuide.org.
Yeah,
how's that going, all right?
A lot of people going.
All right. And you still have time to come down to Salem, Massachusetts for our Haunted Witch City tours. It's on witchcityghost.com, where you guys are the investigator. We use the real paranormal and tools. We got 90 seconds to go. What do you want to talk about now?
So wait, is it going to be here Tuesday?
Let's talk about the
Halloween night.
Halloween night, the Halloween
Yeah,
special. We
I'm
have
gonna go
David
on your
Overman
tour.
from the Charles Manson house.
Oh, no way.
Okay, and we're working on a surprise guest. Well, I'll give it a leak. It's supposed to be
Freddy
the
Krueger?
Warlock from Salem.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
If he's too big and famous for me, I'm definitely going to get like one of my favorite psychic friends on co-host of all times. All right. So hey,
It's gonna be a
DTM,
good. Halloween's coming.
WickedRadio.com. Spread the word. Let your friends know that we were everything but paranormal. All right, we're everything paranormal but. I mean, we're all about everything. All right.
They're awesome guys. You just want to focus in and check out Everything Paranormal every night on Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Mark and Jeff. And once in a while, guest appearance from your Wicked Weatherman.
Hippie him off. You guys have a great night. We'll see ya.
See ya.
You mean that's it?